What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this month's Facebook Friday call with your host, Alex Piech. Today, guys, I'm really excited. We're going to talk a little bit about Facebook. We're going to open up some opportunities of some Q&A. So obviously, we want to answer any questions you guys have about your social media marketing. But in addition to that, I'm excited to kind of talk a different strategy today in leveraging more than just Facebook, leveraging YouTube, leveraging video. I believe that video is the way of the future. I believe if you're not doing video, then you're being passed by the competition. Every major platform as we know it right now is switching to video first, is how they rank their content. You know, there's a thing out there, a study that was done about a year or two ago that said at some point, Facebook anticipated 90% of its news feed to be video based. In the news feed, we've already seen that. It's well on its way. We've seen video-based platforms like TikTok and Reels kind of really taking over. Anybody who's leveraging YouTube in their market has really seen a mass of growth in the real estate business, especially inbound attraction. Kind of show of hands here. Who would love to get inbound people reaching out to you, already predisposed to wanting to do business with you? Everybody's hand should be going up. I'm talking about people who are not interviewing other people, people who are coming to you, looking at you differently, looking at you like an expert in your field. That's what video allows you to do. Video, in addition to that, also allows you to build a brand. See, I am not a proponent of being a secret agent hiding behind unbranded. That shit don't work today. You better be the most known, recognized agent. You want what I call I see you everywhere marketing, by land, by air, by sea. When somebody turns on their phone, they need to see you. When somebody goes to their mailbox, they need to see you. And that's what we have the ability to do with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, retargeting. All of those things are at our disposal today. So before we start talking and diving into video, which I'm going to give you a few tools that you guys can immediately implement to your business that'll help you solve your entire content strategy. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people say, hey, I'd love to do video, but I just don't know what to say. Anybody kind of feel like that? Show of hands. Well, I'm about to give you a tool that will tell you exactly what to say, because people are searching for these specific tools. So that will really, really help. Before we dive into this, any questions on your Facebook ads, Instagram ads, social media, anything you need me to take a look at, anything on the setup, you want me to dive into one of your ads, I want to open it up there before we jump into the video section today. So show of hands, just if you got a question, if you've got an ad, if you want me to take a look, let's see if anybody's got any questions. You could also throw it in the chat. Let me open the chat, make sure I can see that. All right. All right, looks like nobody's got questions right now on their social ads. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move you guys to my other screen, and then I'm going to share with you some tools. Okay, make sure I keep that up. All right, can you guys see? Can you guys see my screen right now that I'm sharing? All right, cool. All right, move this over here. Man, all these pop-ups from Zoom, they end up covering almost every button you actually need to click. So you're constantly moving stuff. So, all right, really quickly, let's talk about video. One of the apprehensions I hear every time I have this conversation with an agent about, hey, if you're looking to grow your business, and you want to become the known agent, the dominant agent, you want to start attracting business versus chasing business, well, we need to leverage video. Video is not new. If you guys have been, following anything that I've talked about for several years now, if you guys have followed Gary Vaynerchuk, these guys have been preaching video for several years now. So the thing is, most of the real estate agents have just been really late adopters to taking video and taking it on seriously in their business. So while, I would say probably less than 10% of agents are honestly doing video, the opportunity, the agents who are leveraging video are seeing massive growth in their business, and it's all inbound, which is really exciting. So a couple of things just to right off the bat, I already know what everyone's gonna say. I don't feel comfortable doing video. I don't like the way that I sound on video. I don't like what I look on video. I don't know what to say on video. Guys, I hear that 100% of the time from everybody who does video. And everybody who's crushing it on video also said those exact same things when they started video. It's like going to the gym and building a muscle. The first couple times suck, but then you just kind of get into your rhythm and you get better. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get in front of the camera. You are going to absolutely hate your first couple of videos. It doesn't matter. Your videos do not have to be perfect. They do not have to be professionally edited. You don't need perfect lighting. All of that is irrelevant when it comes to video. Some of the best producing videos, the results are coming from really raw and organic video. If you look at people who are absolutely killing it in business on video, and I'm not saying just real estate, like I'm talking every industry is leveraging video at a higher rate than ever before. So one of the things I would tell you to do is go look at different industries, sales industries, industries that rely maybe like insurance, mortgage, anything. Look at people who are leveraging video to grow their business. What you're going to notice, a lot of it is just the done from the cell phone. I flipped my phone on and I produced the video and it resonated with people. So you've got to kind of just take the first step and start producing video. The good news is if it's really bad, you can delete it. If you really hate it, you don't have to post it. So we're not doing live. Before a couple of years ago, I did a video-based branding class. And in that video-based branding class, part of it was going live every single day. That was hard for people because people froze up on camera, really didn't feel comfortable, and there's no way to edit it. Now, if people see you live, they're watching you. What we're talking about is produced content, things that you can set up a camera, take multiple takes, get it to where you're comfortable enough to say that's good enough to get out into the world, okay? So you just got to take that leap. Now, when we talk about equipment, guys, this is all you need. If you have a newer cell phone, these things will shoot such good quality video. Most of them will actually shoot up to 4K quality video, okay? So that's going to be better than almost every other camera that you're going to have to go out and buy. So don't go buy expensive equipment. Use your camera. A couple of things you will need is something like this. This is a $25 tripod with a camera attachment. It just slides your phone in there. Okay, so no matter what size phone you have, it fits. This thing can be molded and put into any direction, and you can shoot vertical, you can shoot horizontal. This is 20 bucks. This is going to give you a better quality where you're not getting the bounce in the video. So I recommend everybody get something like this for 20 bucks. And as far as like a selfie stick, I would recommend more of the stabilizer. So I use a DJI Osmo 3. It's about $130 investment, but it's a selfie stick, so you can kind of hold it out there and get some distance. But more so than that, it's a stabilizer. It's a gimbal. So it keeps your videos from bouncing and moving around. So if you were out going to do a tour of a home, you can hold this without getting really shaky video. Those are really the next level of investments that you would need, but none of that is needed to get started. Now, the only other thing I would advise you to do is if you're going to shoot on your cell phone is to get a lapel microphone. They'll plug into the bottom. make sure you get one that's got a long enough cord, like a 10-foot cord, so that you're not, one, you're not stepping on it, but two, you could run it up your shirt, in your jacket, hide it so you don't see the wire running down. I don't think I have my, let me see if I have my lapel. It's probably in my car. Yeah, I was just shooting videos yesterday, so mine is actually in my car. So it's probably $10 to $15 for the lapel microphone. And what that's going to do is going to produce really good quality sound. The worst thing to do is go produce a video and nobody can hear you, or you get crazy wind noise. These lapel microphones will come with like the little wind cushion, and they will just clip, you know, about 4 to 6 inches below your mouth. I usually do this with my fingers. That's a good spot. And I set up my lapel mic. So now I've got 4K quality video with really good audio. Some people have tried the earbuds. You can test it, but you have to listen to it back. You don't want a hollowed out sound. You want something that's going to produce really good quality audio as well. Let's see, we have lights. Lights, man, I'll be honest with you. For what the type of video that I'm talking about, natural light will be your best friend. So if you've got a window that shines light in, you want to look at the window. You don't want it on your back, because then you'll be dark. I am in an office right now. It's got 2 lights in it. This is fine lighting. You just need to look at yourself, shoot 30 seconds of you standing and moving. Do you have any weird shadows, anything that's going to be distracting? A lot of my stuff is done outdoors, to be completely honest with you, as I'm touring homes, touring neighborhoods. I'm just using my phone and, you know, answering common questions buyers and sellers have, and I'm just using my phone. So when I use my phone, I do a couple things. Again, I try to make sure the natural light is coming this way so I don't get weird shadows. But you don't really need lights for anything that we're talking about today. What's the Bluetooth option you recommend for a mic? Okay, so if you Google, I went to Amazon, they're probably about $100 to $150. You can buy a wireless Bluetooth lapel microphone. They're actually designed for cell phones. And what you do is it clips right into your little, like the little jack right here. And it's this square piece that is the Bluetooth, but it plugs in, it's here, and then you actually have a pack that's carried on you with a lapel microphone, so there's no wire. That's what I personally use. But guys, I've been shooting videos for 5 years. I just bought it a year ago. So don't let that expense get in the way of implementation. The first thing I did was bought a wired lapel microphone that was 10 feet long for 20 bucks. I have a client currently overseas and have been do virtual showings. Yeah, so David's got a client overseas, has been using his stabilizers to do virtual showings. Absolutely. The stabilizer will be one of your better investments the more video you do, especially if you're going to be doing live video or video walkthroughs. And we'll talk about content on the second part of today's call on, you know, why you want to use these things. But any other questions about equipment? Cell phone, lapel microphone, lights really aren't a necessity right now. I will tell you, if you have a poorly lit, let's just go to, if you have a poorly lit room, you could do cell phone ring light. You may want to invest in one of these ring lights that go over your cell phone. They're really inexpensive. They just put more of a natural light. These are good investments if you're going to be doing a lot of content from your office and you want good lights. Invest in one of these stands with a ring light. A lot of them actually have cell phone holders in the middle of them, so you can position your phone and then have the perfect ring light around you. Those are good investments. So if you know you're going to be shooting video stationary, invest in some basic lighting like that, gets the job done. Again, keep it super simple. This stuff is all what I would call second and third level of video production. None of this is required right now. lapel microphone. Let me see. Wireless microphone. So this is one option. I'm going to show you the one that I bought. I bought this one right here. So I think it was, you don't have to buy the 2-pack. The 2-pack is if you're interviewing people. So you could buy the single microphone. So what happens is I plug this piece in. Let me just blow it up. This is actually my exact setup with the, so you've got this piece here and that plugs into your phone, that puts the Bluetooth, and then you have your pack that, you know, you put in your pocket or on your belt, you fish the wire up. That's if you wanted to go Bluetooth. Again, I think you can find options on Amazon anywhere between 100 and 150. So here's the single microphone right here, $139, and it's got a bunch of great reviews. So again, second level. And this is actually the microphone that I have. So this was the wired mic that I got. So it comes with a couple of different clips, some screens for wind, and a little carrying case. So those are the real basics. And again, I just went on Amazon. I looked for things that had good reviews. Again, when you get wired, you need it to be long enough because it needs to go down your shirt or your jacket and then out to your phone. And if you're holding your phone, you know, a foot or two away from you, think about the distance. You know, a 10-foot cord usually will do the trick there. Okay, any other questions about equipment? Nope. Okay. Cool, awesome. All right, so once you have the equipment, it really comes down to what do you say? And that's what we're going to get into today. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of different tools. And let's start with keywords everywhere. Anybody currently using keywords everywhere? Okay. If you're not, this will become your best friend. You have to pay for this. It is ridiculously cheap. If you go to pricing, for $10, you get 100,000 searches. $10 will last you an entire year. This will be the best $10 you spend. Now, this is a Chrome extension, so you need to be using Chrome, and it gets put right into your extension. So let me pull it up, and let's see here. Let's pick an area. We'll do living in Frisco, Texas. You guys see this green bar that just popped up underneath the search? This is what the keywords everywhere paid version will tell you. It'll tell you your volume, which is how many people are typing this into Google on a monthly basis. It'll then tell you what the average cost per click has been for those keywords. And then your competition. This is a 0.15 on a 1.0 scale. Anything under like a 0.4, 0.5 means there's not a whole lot of competition, which is really good for us. It means if you post a video, you're probably gonna get some decent organic traffic. Now, you might be saying 210 searches a month. That's not good. Why wouldn't I do this? Frisco, Texas. It's got 90,000 searches. Isn't that a better keyword? It is if you've got a huge, huge marketing budget. It is if you're Zillow or Trulia or whoever else is marketing that's got millions of dollars. Most of us on this call don't have $1 million. Anybody on the call got $1 million marketing budget? Not one person raised their hand. So we can go compete against Zillow and buy Frisco, Texas, or we could do living in Frisco. And what did I do? Living in Frisco, Texas. Now, guys, if I told you, if you put a video up there and 210 people a month were searching living in Henderson, Nevada, would you want to be in front of that traffic for people who were purposefully typing in that keyword? So let's think about your market. Give me a couple of your markets in chat so we can pull them up. Now, while I wait for those to pull up, I want to show you what else is cool about this. All right, this is what else is really cool. When you get the paid version, you see all this stuff that popped up on the right side of my screen? This is what they're actually telling you. They're telling you related keywords. Frisco, Texas, homes for sale, 12,000 people. Apartments in Frisco, 8,100. Frisco, Texas to Dallas. Flights to Frisco. Pros and cons of living in Frisco. Who do you think is searching pros and cons of living in Frisco? People who are probably thinking about moving to Frisco. Would you like to put content in front of 90 people a month who are actually considering and searching and want to know more about your market? Everybody's hand should be going up on this. This, guys, is what the top 1% of real estate agents are doing. And here's the coolest part. If you produce video with this content and you put it on your YouTube channel, you know how much you pay for that lead? $0. Because they are actively going and searching for this content. And guess what? Google owns YouTube, which means they are putting your video content in the results. So you are organically getting your video shown based on what people are searching in Google. So pros and cons. Benefits of living in Frisco. So you can start to see all these different keywords. Oh, look at this. So I might do a video called Pros and Cons of Living in Frisco. You know what else I might do? Cost of living in Frisco, Texas. That's got another 260 people. So this is where you start to get ideas of the content that you should be producing based on people's actual search history. And Keywords Everywhere is an amazing tool that will break all of this down. Okay, so this is what people are searching. You can go research your competitors' websites on here. Let's see here. We've got Kendall. Okay. So Kendall, Florida, homes for sale has 590 views a month. So what would I do with something like that? I might go do some home tours and post them on my YouTube channel with the title, Kendall Homes for Sale, right? The exact title they're showing you, Kendall, Florida, homes for sale. Okay. Let's just see some other stuff that might pop up. See if there's any other keywords that we might be interested in.
Alex, is this Keywords Everywhere we're looking at?
Yeah, this is Keywords Everywhere paid version. Looks like apartments get searched a lot. House. People search by zip code in that area. Here's one, Kendall, Florida crime rate. You might want to do the crime rate as the real estate expert. The thing that you have to understand, this is a completely different position. This is if you want to be viewed as the go-to real estate expert who knows the market better than anybody else, these are the videos you put out. You know, so, hey, what's the crime rate in Kendall, Florida? Hey guys, it's Andy Tripati, your local real estate expert here in Kendall, Florida. Today we're going to be talking about the crime rate here, and you might even interview the police chief on a 10-minute interview. Does that not set you apart from everybody else in your market? Now you get influence with the police chief. You have an interview, and by the way, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30-minute videos do really well on YouTube. People go to YouTube and they binge watch. Facebook, your shit better be less than 3 minutes long if you want to keep somebody's attention. YouTube, people are there for longer consumption periods, okay? That's the advantage. So you could use this a million different ways. Let me see. There was somebody from my home area here, Connecticut. We're in Hamden. I was right in Naugatuck, so you're talking right down the street. Okay, let's see. Hamden, Connecticut. Okay, let's try living in Hamden, Connecticut. You've got 30 people a month searching with a 0.11 competition, which tells me nobody's doing video in Hamden. Now, let me teach you, you guys got to take notes. You are going to have to watch this again. If you really want to crush your video, you could do the pros and cons of living in Hamden, the cost of living in Hamden, Connecticut. Oh, Hamden, Connecticut versus New Haven, Hamden, Connecticut versus West Haven. Doing comparisons is what people want. Okay, so you could take one city compared to the next city. You can do pros and cons. You can do top 5 neighborhoods in every single city. You can do a don't buy a Hamden, Connecticut home until you watch this video. Like the don't buy gets more traction than the reasons to buy. Now, when you say don't buy, people are thinking negative, but you're going to spin that because you control the video. Hey, you're not going to want to buy a home in Hamden until you watch this video. In this video, we're going to show you the pros and cons, but I changed the headline to this. Think about the news. Who here watches the news? Anybody watch the news? Anybody click on news headlines? Let me tell you what the news does. It takes the absolute most terrifying, disgusting headline. The world is falling apart. Everybody's a bad person. Everybody. Clickbait. You nailed it, Brandon. They use the shittiest headlines that capture people's attention, and they always lead with negativity. So a lot of that works in marketing, and then you just got to spin it so that you're not the negative person. Look at this, cost of living in Hamden. You know, is Hamden a good place to live? People are searching these topics. If you want to build a business where you can stop chasing cold leads, stop tricking people into your sales funnel, and have people reach out. As soon as I leave here today at 1:50, I got to leave 10 minutes early. I'm going to meet a buyer in Plano, Texas. Reached out to me and saw my stuff on YouTube. I interviewed him over the phone. I said, hey man, what's important to you in choosing the right real estate agent? He's like, I got the right real estate agent. I've been watching your videos. I know you know the area inside and out. You understand what it is relocating from a different area. I didn't sell my, guys, there's no, how much do you charge? I'm not interviewing any other agents. I'm just completely positioned differently. I'm in the infancy stage of building this out. So I'm sharing with you guys stuff that I'm really doing, not stuff that worked 30 years ago. Like this is what's working now. I've got agents right now that I was their mentor when they came into this business less than a year ago, closing 700,000 in GCI. First year in the business, all organic YouTube. That's what's possible. It takes a little bit to get traffic, but if you're in an area like Hamden where nobody's doing it, now let me show you mine, because let's see here. Living in Dallas, these are the guys that I sponsored, and I was their mentor for their first year, right? Their channel, 6,000 people subscribed this year. They're going to close 750,000 in GCI. Okay. I was just happy to be their mentor and get a little piece of that. So it's all good, but look at this channel as a great resource. Look at their thumbnails. Thumbnails matter. Look at some of the headlines of what they're doing. Every single city, Frisco versus Plano, what 400 grand gets you in Plano, in Frisco. This stuff works. You guys need to go out there and start looking and getting into these people's funnels so you could duplicate what works. And I mean, when I say duplicate, really duplicate. Look at what their headlines are. Now, This is going to get me into my next tool that everybody needs. It's called TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy. See, keywords everywhere is Google-based search. TubeBuddy is YouTube search. So this is going to tell you what people are searching on YouTube. Price on this, you can get the tier 1 for $7.20 a month, $15 a month. I just upgraded.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep.
I just need to get some stamps.
Oh, somebody got them.
Yeah, something like Thanksgiving.
Buying stamps. All right, let's see. Let me see. I just made what 300 gets you in Hamden. Awesome. Cool. Okay. I haven't uploaded it yet. This is perfect. So let's talk about I'm going to talk to you about uploading. Before you upload it, I know you shut your camera off. Promise me you go get TubeBuddy. Go spend the $25 this month. Even if you shut it off after this month, please, because here's what it does. TubeBuddy will tell you how to title it, will tell you if your thumbnail is good, will tell you the appropriate tags to put into your video, and then tell you if your description is going to help your organic search. That's what TubeBuddy does. I upgraded here to the Legend because I'm doing A/B testing. What A/B testing is, I can now upload 2 thumbnails and let them tell me which one got the better click-through rate. I can upload 2 titles and see, and it automatically optimizes my funnel. Guys, I didn't start there. I've had TubeBuddy for a year. I just upgraded. Get the basics so that when you go to your YouTube channel, I'm going to show you. So here's the 500K. It's already got 78 views in 10 days. My pros and cons, 46 views in 8 days. So these are the types of videos you guys can be doing. What does X dollars get me in this area? Pros and cons of living in an area, cost of living in an area, this area versus that area. That's a couple. Then you should be doing community or neighborhood tours so that it demonstrates you know the areas and the price ranges. Okay. So my neighborhood tours videos, dude, this one's got 1,200 searches. It's been on for a month. The cool thing about this neighborhood, the average sales price is like $800,000. One client in here pays me 24 grand. Okay. Windsong Ranch, another high end. So I'm also building content around the areas that I want to serve. So I'm very specific in who and what I build content about. If you want to increase your average sales price, well, become the person who knows the most about the higher sales price neighborhoods. What does $1 million get you? What is, top 3 gated communities in such and such area? Go set up a preview tour. Now, how do you get into a gated community if you don't have a listing? Go set up an agent preview on one of those listings that is in the neighborhood. And then once you're in the gate, you spend 2 hours there in your video, you walk around, you look at the amenities, you do what you need to do. Like, listen, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness later. These little 30 question, 30 days in under a minute. I took every question a home buyer or seller has asked me that I could remember, and I did a response in under 60 seconds. I posted them here, but I really did this for my Instagram. So when you start producing content, it's how does content get compounded? How do you do one video and it go everywhere? Now, like, look, this video here, nobody cared about, 9 views. But if you go into my YouTube shorts, let me go back. Let's see. Before I get to that, so people always ask, if you have new construction in your area, you better be doing model home tours. My model home tours kill it. This one, 5,700 views, 4,000 views. They do really well. So I own modelhomemonday.com. I do Model Home Monday. So every Monday is when I upload a new model home tour. Market update reports. This is another staple. Every month I do a video just like this. And what it demonstrates is that I know what's happening in the market. Always do these. 3,200 views, 3,100 views, 724 views, 556, 537. So you can see my market update reports are some of my best watched content, followed by my model home, followed by my neighborhood tours. Here's one of those 30 questions, 30 days. What is a CMA? This one, 270 people watched that. So that was a better piece of content. How much money do you need for a down payment? 252 views. 15-year versus 30-year mortgage, got some 227 views. So those are the type of content pieces that are working. Now, when I say I'm in my infancy, it's because, let me see if I can share this with you. I took the time to go research with keywords everywhere in TubeBuddy, all of my neighborhoods. So you want to know why I did Windsong Ranch and Star Trail? Because look, Star Trail had 1,900 people a month searching for that community. I went to make myself the community expert. And I know the competition was 0.33, which was a little bit higher, but I still had a great opportunity to get my foot in the door. Windsong Ranch, 880 people. The Grove, Newman Village, Richwoods. Guys, every one of these communities from number 11 to number 4 here, you're talking about 600, 700, up to 1.5 million in houses. I am controlling my average sales price by producing content and attracting people who can afford to live in these areas. And it's also how I prioritized what content I needed to produce first. Now, real estate, everybody take a screenshot of this. Here's the headlines. Living in, pros and cons of living in, moving to, buying a house, the buying process, gated communities, best neighborhoods in, top 5 neighborhoods in, cost of living, how much can I afford, this area versus that area. So I went through and I said, man, look at all this content and look at the people searching. Look at all these people searching. But if you notice, I also critiqued to where I don't want to compete against Zillow, realtor.com, and people with millions. So 590 people a month searching how much house can I afford in Texas. I want to own that. It's small enough to where my budget is going to get my video shown there. Okay, so that's how I kind of rated it, was in search volume. Okay, so everybody should be doing the homework, and how you do the homework is on TubeBuddy and keywords everywhere. Now, the cool thing about TubeBuddy is, let me just go to my library of videos. I'm just going to open up a video here and I'll show you with TubeBuddy the magic here. But let me just see, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Okay. Yeah, hardly anybody does video. You're 100% spot right on that. Do you use iMovie for creating the video and the thumbnail? I don't, just because I don't know how to use iMovie. I use Camtasia. That's just because that's the one I learned on. You could use iMovie, Camtasia, Adobe Premiere, whatever you're comfortable on. I think my video editing software is less than $100 a year. But iMovie is a good one, and you could do everything I do in my videos on iMovie. For thumbnails might be literally the most important part of your video on YouTube. So what I did was I went to Fiverr.com. Yeah, if you're graphically skilled and you have some creativity, you could do this on Fiverr or on Canva for free. I don't have a creative bone in my body. I don't want to mess with anything there. Shit figures. I'm that guy that doesn't even know how the hell to get into Fiverr. I don't know what my username and password would even be. Well, we got lucky today. All right. So this girl right here has produced all of my good, and I'm going to quote, all of my good thumbnails, she's done for me. So I could just order again, order again, order again. She's $7.89 a thumbnail. Now, if you don't know how to edit a video, if I could spell, go in here, look for somebody who's got a lot of 5-star ratings, watch their examples. This person's 35 bucks. This person's done 1,000 videos that are 4.9 rating for $20. So when I coach people on video, this is what I tell them. If you do not know how to do editing, you're going to go to Fiverr. You're going to take your first video. You're going to pay this person 20, this person 35, this person 20. You're going to pay this one 40. You're going to go spend $100, $120. You're going to get 4 to 5 people to edit the exact same video. Then you're going to watch and say which one was really well done. Because now you're comparing apples to apples, same video. Who produced a video that you felt portrayed the content and you in a high quality? And that becomes your go-to editor. And you just keep resending them content. So you can spend, let's just say you find somebody great for 35 bucks an edit and $7 for a thumbnail. For $42, you can have a great killer thumbnail with great video. And you could post it everywhere. So my new budget would be, okay, how do I do one of those a week? How do I spend $40 a week? That's only $120 a month. You need to be putting out at least one video a week on YouTube to gain traction. The algorithm is going to reward you with consistency. So what I mean is at least one time a week on the same day, ideally around the same time. Really important. Like when I'm talking about consistency, I mean down to the day and time. You want YouTube to be like, okay, you know, I know Michael's going to be posting a video today within the next hour. Like you want their stuff to do that. I'm just not creative, so I can't use Canva. My virtual assistant, she does Canva, right? But like, let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay, these right here, these were professionally done by the lady who does thumbnails. That's what a thumbnail, eye pops, bright colors, big words, short, gets to the point, right? This my VA does. I don't like any of those thumbnails. None of them pop the way that they should. My VA did these. To me, I'm having all these redone because they need to pop and be such a bright, eye-catching thumbnail, because thumbnails, and this is why I paid for the paid version of TubeBuddy, is because I wanted to compare what my VA does versus the lady that I buy my thumbnails for. Because let's say the lady I buy the thumbnails for $7 outproduces her every single time, then I know my VA cannot do my, right? I need to be spending that $7 a month, because what it's going to impact is my click-through rate, which impacts my watch rate, which impacts my subscription rate. So those are all the most important things. But living in Frisco, Texas, the pros and cons, where did I get that from? I went to exactly what I told you to do, was keywords everywhere. And then this is what I wanted to show you is, let me go to a video that's not got, let me go to your videos. Okay, like, I might have already done Trinity. Yeah, I've probably already done that. Light Farms, I've done. Light. I think I've done some of those. So let's go to, she probably didn't do this one. Okay. When you upload a video and you have the TubeBuddy, you get this little red marker here. Can everybody see where I'm circling my? This is the TubeBuddy. So when you upload, you're going to have this option now, which is the Video Search Engine Optimization Studio. So This here is Stone Lake Estates, right? I don't even know if Stone Lake Estates. Let's see. So Villages of Stone Lake Estates, Villages of Stone Lake Estates HOA, Stone Lake Estates West. Okay, so what I do is I do a little bit of research. I'm like, okay, Stone Lake Estates, Frisco. So if I add Frisco, Texas, it's only getting 30 searches a month. So let's see. Villages of Stone Lake Estates is getting a little bit more. Let me just make sure. Okay. So it's the same thing. So I could essentially go into my keywords now. So like now I've got an idea. I want Stone Lake Estates as a keyword. So I'm going to type that in here. I want to build something that is optimized for Stone Lake Estates. Now, notice the TubeBuddy score is already at a 90. Why? Because I took that and I put it right in my title. Stone Lake Estates, Frisco, Texas, best neighborhoods in Frisco, Texas. I immediately also added it to my description. First thing, you want it in the first like 100 characters. Stone Lake Estates, Frisco, Texas. So are you thinking about moving to Frisco? If so, join us, blah, blah, blah. So you'll notice all the yellow highlights is where it's matching those keywords, okay? So that means my title and description have gotten me a 90. Now I go to tags, okay? Tags suck. So my VA did not do any of the appropriate tags. So those tags are not helping me. So first, how do I improve my score? Well, your first tag should also be the title of your video. Okay, what else needs to go in here? Well, this is Frisco, Texas, homes for sale. Homes for sale in Frisco, Texas. Living in Frisco, Texas. Moving to Frisco, Texas. Best neighborhoods in Frisco. Best neighbor. I always tag myself, so I show up. Let's see. Stone Lake Estate homes for sale. Okay, so now I can go back to my search and say, is there anything else that I am? Stone Lake Estates, West Frisco, Texas. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to bring that over to my video. So what you see is I'm starting to build out all of my tags. Look at my score now. Now we're up to a 99. So that's really good. I'm good with a 99. I'm going to hit next. Now you can do your thumbnail, hit next, apply to video, close the studio, all this stuff. Now, check this out. If somebody looks at Stone Lake Estates, where this video ranks in YouTube search, I'm number 1. Best neighborhoods in Frisco, I'm 18. I've got my name, Stone Lake Estates, homes for sale, I'm number 1, right? So those are all good. Now you can come down here. You can say, okay, I need search traffic. Give me some more relevant keywords. And you can just kind of go through here, Villages of Stone Lake Estates. I'll add that. Homes for sale, Frisco, Texas. Shattuck Homes is one of the builders in there. We definitely want luxury. We definitely want moving to Texas. Best places to live. That's anything else that we want. So that's pretty good. So I've got, you're allowed up to 500. So I've got 432 characters now. So that has even now improved my score even more. So now I've got a fully optimized video with TubeBuddy. So I don't have to spend any money on a paid ad, because everybody who's organically searching, I'm going to start showing up in our rank for some of these searches. So that's how you use TubeBuddy. It's really, really powerful tool once you start using it all the time. So with the combination of keywords everywhere in TubeBuddy, this will absolutely solve your content strategy as far as what you should be talking about. Just Google and see the results of what people are actually searching for. And then this one here, askthepublic.com. Anybody ever used anything like this? Ask the Public is, you can come in here and you could do like buying a home in Texas. And it creates these like crazy webs based on internet searches. So just give it a second. So what, why, when, can, which, who. So it just kind of builds off of this, right? So let's just take an example. Process of buying a home in Texas. Okay, that's a video content idea. Cost of buying a home in Texas. That's another good content video. People are searching this. Buying a home in Texas from out of state. Well, we get it almost, I mean, we get calls every day, people from California moving here. Okay, so that might be one of the videos I do. Let's see. Out of state. So you can see out of state comes up a whole bunch. Another one from out of state. A lot of, let's see what else is down here. Buying a home in Texas. Bad credit. So like with bad credit, no money down, guys, I don't want to deal with those buyers. I would never create those videos. Those are not the people I want to work with. So I'm going to skip over that. I definitely don't want my content to be seen there. Separated. Let's see. Buying a home in Texas first time. That's first time home buyer content. That might be really good content. So these are the tools that are out there that you can start to look for. But these three resources, the Ask the Public, TubeBuddy, and Keywords Everywhere, are going to be your best friend. They are absolutely going to be your best friend when you are producing content. And then obviously get out there, look in your area. So like, let's go. Just show of hand, do any of these look like good thumbnails so far? This one's not bad. 5 most affordable places to live in Connecticut. So that's not bad. Look, 5,000 views. That might be one to rip off. Like, guys, and I'm not saying this to be mean, these thumbnails all suck, right? There's nothing that's catchy. So if I was in this market, but you know, this guy got 5,000 views. If I could do a better thumbnail with better content, I'd be posting that video. Okay. Connecticut real estate market. They're doing market reports, 1.3 thousand views in 6 months. Probably be ripping that off. Okay. So this is what I want you starting to do is, you know, figuring out where I can be producing content. So let's just say, here's an area, Cheshire homes. So Cheshire, Connecticut's a nice part of Connecticut, right? So really nice, higher price points, homes are selling. Nobody's doing shit for content. this market is wide open for somebody to come in and crush it on video. Let me share with you really quickly, and then I've got to run. If you want to watch some people's content online, is Glenda doing anything? Glenda Baker's great for Instagram. Jeremy Knight, he's got some cool stuff going on in his market, 10,000 subscribers. Look at his thumbnails. Guys, are those not eye-catching thumbnails? If you really want to see what's working well for him, you go to videos, sort, most popular. Huge regret moving from California to Texas. 204,000 views in 9 months, right? And now he's a Austin, Texas agent. I guarantee there's all positive spin about Austin in that video, but it caught people's attention because he went negative, right? Don't do this. Don't buy here. So he's really just trying to play off that negativity. So he's one I would check out. Another move into Austin. Let me see. Jessica does a good job here. She's got 13,000 people. She's really not even leveraging thumbnails, so that could be better. Randy, he's here's an older guy in California, but he gets deals from his page. Why? This guy's doing real well in Austin. Look how many people are in Austin doing videos, and they're all crushing it. So lots of opportunities. Living in El Paso is another one doing really well. This guy does great in San Antonio, 6,000 views. He's a good channel to model. Look at how bright his thumbnails are. So model these guys in what they're doing. Living in Fort Lauderdale, he's doing a phenomenal job getting deals. This will help you solve your content challenge, and then we got to go video. So just get your first one out there. It'll get better every single time. But I've got to jump. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You guys know how to get a hold of me. Do me a favor real quick before you jump. Go into the Facebook group, leave me some feedback on what you thought about this type of call, adding some new strategies, pillars, and if you got some value out of it. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you soon.